In this video, I'm going through how I was able to lose 40 pounds in 3 months using something called the daily deposit system. And I'm going step by step, showing you exactly the steps that I took to accomplish this transformation so that you can do the same. If you're someone who's busy and tired of trying to make time and managing how to get your workouts in and still be able to see great results, this is for you. So pay attention close to the steps that I mentioned. There's a lot of congruency between all of them, so you don't want to stick around. So make sure you're taking your notes. Do it yourself. 4 steps in a daily deposit. Before we jump into those 4, daily deposit is something that you do to invest into yourself for a daily habit. I decided to create 4 things that will pour into your mental and physical well-being. And these I've seen radically change my life. A deposit, think of it like a banking transaction, right? When you go to an ATM or the teller, you're depositing money. A deposit is something that you put to and save for later. It's an investment. You're making a daily investment to yourself, to the betterment of your future and your fitness and wellness goals. Now, the first step to a daily deposit, we're gonna start off with rest. How much rest are we talking about here? We're talking 6 to 8 hours of rest. Now, why is rest so pivotal and so important in your health and wellness goal? Well, when you're not getting enough rest, your cortisol levels rise and you hold more stress and your body isn't able to recover the same way when you do get it. Now, I know you want to stay up 2 a.m., you vamping, you on the phone, you going out Friday with your homegirls, it's giving brunch on Sunday, and it's just a busy weekend. But the place that we don't want to negotiate is with our rest. I'm sure you've seen a lot of people who work really hard and work those night shifts. It's really hard for them to meet their wellness goals because they aren't getting this first thing down, and that's rest. Sleep is amazing for your body. If you ever heard of an athlete called LeBron James? He actually takes 2 to 3 naps throughout the day, in addition to his sleep, because the best recovery isn't red light, it isn't an ice cold bath, it isn't all this hocus pocus we're coming up with, but the best nature-made recovery that your system has, because it's already built in. Body can do it. Your body can recover. It's rest. This is nature-made, the best recovery that you can have. Next part here, after rest, is going to be protein intake or nutrition. A lot of people ask me, hey, Coach Lou, what am I supposed to be eating? What are good carbs? What are bad carbs? What should be on my plate? The answer is mandatory, especially when we're talking about a caloric deficit. And a lot of people don't mention this enough, is your protein intake. Now, how much protein should you be consuming? I'm happy you asked. 0.7 or 1 gram per pound that you weigh. So, for example, if you weigh 200 pounds and your goal is to increase muscle, lose fat, you'd eat 200 grams of protein. We're looking at 0.7 to 1.0 times your body weight. Super important here. Protein is the most slept on nutrient in America, and I believe so. When you grow up in the education system, you see this everywhere with how they teach us how to eat. What does the plate look like? And most of the time, it's filled with carbs. You look at an American breakfast, American diet, you're having cereal, you're having apple juice, you're having a granola bar, and you're front loading your body with so much carbs, and also not to mention sugars, which gets processed as carbs, and that's not really how we're designed to eat. Even in our lunch, we're looking at sandwiches, we're looking at maybe a salad, and then for dinner, we're looking at maybe some chicken. We're finally getting to the protein. But protein hasn't been incorporated into the everyday lifestyle of an everyday American. Maybe you are having eggs. You're having 2 eggs for breakfast. You're having some bacon. Good for you, but we need to have our protein intake a lot higher. And what is protein even good for? Protein is amazing for our brain function. It's great for muscle recovery. It's good for hypertrophy. As we age and get older, our body does something called atrophy. Our body does something called atrophy, which is the deteriorating of our muscles. So now, my friend, you're getting old, your back is round, you can walk in the street no more, and boom, you fall. You don't have no muscles to protect you. Protein is also great for bone density. We know things like milk improve calcium. So protein is really important to our bodies. It helps create that expensive tissue of muscle, protects us. With protein, with your muscles, increasing your muscle mass, also increases your immune system. So if you don't get sick as often because you got fit and healthy, praise be to God. Listen, that muscle is helping you out. Next, number 3 is our water intake, hydration. Now this equation is going to be 0.67 because our body is more than 50% water, 0.67 times our body weight. Hydrate. A lot of us, it's easy when we go out we can grab a drink or two, but how much water are we drinking? Are we getting to our hydration goal? And you already know what water is good for. Drink your water, mind your business, make your money. Water keeps your face clean. It keeps your pee from being yellow and nasty. But on a real note, this is how your cells hydrate. The hydration formula, you're having potassium, you're having magnesium, you're having sodium, and then water is what helps with that. A lot of times if you're feeling fatigued, if you're feeling hungry, if you're just not feeling up and ready to go, drink a cup of water in the morning once you wake up. Once your feet hit the floor, grab a cup or two of water. I promise you'll feel better. It'll change the game. It helps keep our metabolism going. It keeps our stool healthy. So when you run to the bathroom and not constipated, you're ready to go and drop it. Water is amazing. And I don't think I gotta tell you about that one. You should be drinking your water. The last one is gonna have to do with activity. This is where we get our movement, and this is how we get up and going. Is walk 7,500 steps daily. These are all things that you're gonna do on an everyday basis. Now, increasing your activities, because most of us, as we get older, we're not in the schoolyard anymore. We're not playing with their friends. We're not, oh, let's go play the beach. We're not doing that no more. What we're doing now is we're sedentary. We have big boy jobs. We're in a big boy office making the big boy bucks, and we're not moving as much. So we need to get to these 7,500 steps. We're going to do that creatively. On your lunch break, you can take 15 minutes, walk before you eat your lunch. Or maybe you're walking to get lunch. Go to a further location. Allow 15 minutes in the morning for you to walk to the office. When you're going home, get off a stop early. Park your car a little bit farther. Or maybe just once you leave your car, walk around your block a couple of times. My favorite thing to do is call up a friend and just go for a walk. Forget that you're even walking, but this is a way that you can make it fun and interactive and fit into your day. A lot of times, I know it's hard to make it to the gym, but the activity that you can do, this is at least 7,500 steps. I personally do 15,000 steps a day. The higher activity, of course, your body gets used to it after a while. Those calves aren't cramping up on you. Your feet not feeling sore. But ramp this up, 7,500, 10,000. If you have a treadmill, hop on the treadmill, call a friend. But these are easy ways you can incorporate this. And a bonus to walking more is also that you're going to live longer. Hey, benefits. You're going to live longer. This study that shows that walking at least 7,500 steps a day increase your mortality rate by 40%. So these are the daily deposits. These are the 4 things that you could be doing that will radically change your fitness and wellness goals. Submit this daily. #daily deposit. Tag me so I know you're up to good.